Good morning. It's Wednesday, August 12th, 2020. It's 2:50 a.m. I am going for a 10-mile run at 3:30 in the morning. I had posted something yesterday. I was sitting there and I looked at my wife and I drink one of these, sometimes more, and that's a gallon of water. And for some unknown reason, I said, wow, I'm gonna have some really good organs when I die, because I take good care of myself, what I eat, what I consume, the amount of water that I intake. I was like, I want to drink about 1.5 gallons a day, if I can. If not, that's fine too. I like to drink 1.5 gallons, and then it got me to thinking, it's a shame to have put in so much time, effort, and energy in preserving and taking care of your body to just die. And it came to me, and I said, I'm thinking about becoming an organ donor. And I had let that out. And the feedback that was coming in was 50-50. That's a good idea. I'm actually an organ donor. Good job. Yeah. Give back. Why not help somebody else live? Then some of the other feedback was there's organ donors or organs on the black market are expensive. And somebody even made the comment that once you become an organ donor, next thing you know, you end up dead because they want to harvest your organs. I believe that God has given us the ability to exercise good judgment. The word says, do not test God. So it's not organ donating, or let's say even taking a a pilgrimage to a country that may be maybe not safe. And God forbid something happens to you while you're on that journey. Right? You're doing God's work. Something happens though. It's not the same as going to the top of a building with no parachute on, jumping off, saying, if there's a God, He will save me before my feet hit the ground. Well, you surely will die. I can guarantee that. You have no parachute, and you up there trying to test God to see what He'll do. You will die. But living a life in fear of dying is not living a good life. There are things you ought not do. And one of them is you ought not test God. But in the strange event that something were to happen to me, right? As a result of me donating organs, once I die, it's not like you can have them while I'm alive. Now, if my kids needed one, I'd give it to them. But anybody else, you got to wait till I'm dead. But I say all this to say, how many of us are afraid to do anything because we're scared of death, so we don't even live while we're alive? So it's almost like we're alive, but we're dead. And everything that we do is safe. Think about it. Everything we do is safe. Pick the safe house. We take the safe job. We make no investments because that's too risky. We just stay still because it's safe. Great big world out there. But because the news says it's not a good idea to go, we just stay safe. No risk. No reward. Sometimes there's going to be a level of risk. But factoring fear into the level of risk will keep you in a place where you'll never witness change. You'll never witness anything bigger than what's inside of your comfort zone. I mean, organ donating. Yeah, their organs may be hot on the black market, but consider something. I have the great obligation to tithe 10% of my money. 10% of my money tithe to wherever I want to tithe it to, whatever I want to give it to that is in honor of God. If when I give my tithes up, and those tithes are misappropriated, let's say they just lost their mind, decided to misappropriate the 10% that I gave up, does that stop me from giving 10% more because it was misappropriated? Or am I judged for the 10 I gave and they're judged for the 10 they misappropriated? Because at the end of the day, I have to stand accountable for what I did while I was here. And I don't think God wants to hear the excuse that I wasn't obedient to be an organ donor that could have saved somebody else's life. If that's the route I choose to take. I never even said I was going to do it. I said I was thinking about it. And then I put it out there. But the feedback I was getting is what prompted this. But then I stand in front of God and I say, I decided not to do it because I was scared a poacher might kill me the next day because they seen that I was on the donor list. Like, once he dies, he'll donate. Yeah, let's kill him now. So I decided not to do it. I would think God would say, you disobedient child. Living in fear, to me, is the same as being dead. It's the same thing to me.